Good morning, y'all. I just peed. It's like nearly 5 o'clock in the morning. And, yeah, aiming. Aiming is the thing we're gonna have to work on. It, I couldn't get like enough force behind the stream to like have it be a, stream. So it was sort of just dribbling back, which I'm not used to. And, I couldn't get all of it to go in the hat, and some drip behind me. It would get everywhere, and I had to wipe, and there was blood, and what a mess. But the good news is that there was only 21 milliliters left in my bladder, which, if anyone who knows how I drink and pee, that's not a lot. So they said I look good to go without being recatheterized. So maybe I can actually get good at this in the next week or so. Oh dear God. What an experience. There's like no controls. But the actual like starting energy was lower than I expected. Like it was just like, oh, we're going. Okay, cool, got this. So that's good. This is the first thing I say in my day. Oh, let's talk about peeing. How is this not an NSFW channel? But yeah, I'm again. They unplugged me from the IV, so I'm completely disconnected from everything. Yeah, I'm just out here with my brand new genitals, just getting stuff done. I'm so tired. I know they're gonna be here soon for the other thing. I just don't care. I just want to go back to sleep. I'm so tired. But that was good. I'm really glad that I did that. I need to like rest comfortably knowing that I'm probably not going home with another catheter, so that's good. One less thing. Milestone achieved. Oh, please tell me they're just gonna cut all these stupid things off my hands. I wanna go home. Okay, I'm going back to sleep. Bye, y'all. So 3 members of my surgeon's team just dropped in on me right after I finished going to the bathroom. And, I was like, yeah, so like, I wipe and I get all cleaned up and I'm ready to go. I wash my hands, and as I'm washing my hands, blood starts dripping down my leg. And so then I okay, I gotta dry my hands and then get some paper and wipe that up and then throw that in the toilet, flush it, and wash my hands again. But by the time I'm doing that, it's bleeding again. And, I realized I was just in a loop. And they're like, yep, the bleeding is incredibly normal. You're doing everything you're supposed to do. You're doing good, And one of them goes, yeah, I mean, welcome to your first period. How you liking it? I'm like, honestly, it feels like jumping into the worst parts of all of this and just here you go, good luck. And she goes, well, I give you permission, and I'm going to use her word, to be extra bitchy today. Maybe that's how I get them to get me out of here. I just be so mean, they just throw me out. No, they're good. They say everything's going perfectly, so I'm looking forward to wearing a pad when I leave, because then at least I can, not drip down my legs. It's just, it's a vagina, all right. So they should be coming in a few minutes to do the packing removal. I did not get enough sleep. I'm so tired, but I'm hoping that and the Oxy will actually make it easier and I can skip the Xanax. So I'm not so much scared anymore. I just want it out. I just want to go. I'm still, it's going to take me some time to figure out this whole peeing thing. I'm working on it. Yeah, in my defense, I got this hardware. I had access to this hardware for a day now. Not even. It's since last night. It's 5 in the morning. I'm trying to pee. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I'm getting there. And by there, I mean home. And getting there soon, thankfully. It's about, let's see, analog clock. So it's 6:40 right now. I have to get out of here by 11. I think that sounds about right timing wise. I have to have Teresa help me pack everything and carry everything. I gotta get dressed and all that. So yeah, let's take care of the final medical things because I still have to learn dilation and douching and get this effing IV out of me. It's the last thing they do. The first thing they do when they get here and the last thing they take out because like finding a vein, as we've seen for me in particular, is such a pain that if they really need to get out one, they need access to it immediately. And yeah, so I'd rather just get it out of me immediately now that I know I don't need to take anything else with it, but they do need access and I understand that. I just want it out. I just want it out so bad. Same with the packing. I think, honestly, based on how I'm moving around now, I think with that out, I'll be way more flexible. I'll just be limited by my scar tissue and like the stitching that's still in me. So that'll be nice. I can, get around and stuff. I feel much more flexible without all that stuff that was in me. So I'm kind of like, okay, let's get all this stuff out. Yeah. Okay. I need to just lay here for a bit. The fact that I was able to get up and go to the bathroom like when I wanted to is, when I had to. They're still pumping me full of laxatives. It's not exactly a choice, but that's a good sign. I was functional enough to do that. That's really great. I know that sounds really silly, but like after having needed help to do literally the most basic of everything, like I couldn't grab a tissue the other day. Come on. It's nice having some agency back in my life. Speaking of, I'm actually kind of annoyed that like they expect me to self-advocate at like, 5:30, 6 in the morning when I'm like half asleep, hey, good morning, we've heard with your Tylenol. Don't give me Tylenol, you're supposed to give me Oxy. Oh, right, okay. And it's like, I get it. They're just following what's on the screen. They don't really, I'm like, hey, this wasn't the plan. It's hard to push back against medical people when you're scared and tired and just done. But I did it. I self-advocated really well while I'm here, and I'm gonna get so many therapy points when my therapist bothers to see me again. So that'll be nice. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna stop so I don't just ramble the entire time. From their perspective, it sounds like I'm talking to no one. Which isn't the first time either, because I made video calls earlier and I had like headphones, so it looks like I'm crazy and I'm talking to like 5 people. Okay. Later, y'all. Oh, I forgot to talk about the pain factor. With the Oxy, they actually did the 5 milligram because I had it screwed up. I thought it was 5 and 10. It's 2.5 and 5, which is fine. Less is, I don't want to take any of it. It's just a scary med. But yeah, it's I've been told this is unpleasant and painful because it like grips in after a couple of days. So I'm going to try to relax, which I think is going to be really important to this process. Relax all those muscles and everything. I'm a little scared, but I don't feel anxious about it, if that makes sense. So I'll take it. I just want it out, So this is how we're going to do it. I'm just going to trust them and get through it. Just grit, same way I did with laser, same way I did with every bit of pain that I've had with this so far. So with the exception of the IV, I made the right call there. I still think that I did the right thing because like I had trauma now associated with IVs and I'm like, yeah, no, I have to do this and I am gonna freak out the whole time. And like 1 a.m, I just didn't feel good. It's too much. So I think the Xanax taking the edge off of that was, necessary. So that was a good call. And again, self-advocating, like you have to kind of push for your care. And You have to tell them when you're experiencing symptoms and stuff, which you don't always want to do because you don't want that bad news, like, so it's hard. It's so hard. And I'm trying to feel proud of myself, even with the, loss of dignity at several points, but, they're good. I'm the one making that weird because they're all medical people. They all have seen some stuff. They know. And most of them are familiar with what I'm specifically going through and, like, seen it all before, and I need to just chill about that. Sorry for cutting off abruptly, but my surgeon came in right then to do the thing. That was a really weird sensation. I just finished like 10 seconds ago. I still can feel everything. Wow. That was unpleasant and different from what I expected. I was expecting more of a solid mass, and instead it was more like a string, just like a really long, like back and forth, up and down a couple of times kind of string. And it just kept going. That was pretty unpleasant. He goes, yeah, well, the worst part is 3 seconds ago. I'm like, yeah, I noticed that. He said I took it like a champ, though, so that's good. That was really unpleasant. Ugh. It feels like flossing your vagina, which is... I don't know how else to explain that. I'm sorry. I know that's not a useful euphemism. It's like, imagine if, like, you were a magician pulling, like, the, like, long string thing, but out of your mouth. They warned me that, like, oh, this might make you feel kind of queasy. I'm like, that's par for the course for me in the morning. I don't know what's wrong with you people. My whole thing with them has just been calling them morning people as an insult. Starting to feel a little better. Just trying to settle down a little bit. At least it was quick. It was like probably a minute total of just going full magician rabbit's hat, like. Okay, I'm gonna just chill. They have to come in and do the dilation education session with me, and they have to do douching, and I'm hoping a pad after that, and then I'll be done medically. So, well, not done because they have to still take the IV out, but yeah, I'll be done with all the hard parts medically. I need to drink some water. I'm just so scared to have to pee again. I know that's stupid, but I'm gonna make such a mess, and I know that it actually is easier if you drink a lot because you get more like stream, and I just need to take care of myself, and all I want to do is sleep. I just want to sleep. This is like one of the more tiring days so far because it's early and it's intense, and it's just like, oh. I'm proud of myself for doing that without the Xanax because like I think I was just too tired to care about what was happening with me. I gotta update people. My group thread is like, hey, how's it going? Because I knew I was doing this. So. Okay. So I just dilated for the first time. It's the smallest one, so it's like not even like the big one. We don't think about the big one right now. But yeah, that went surprisingly well. I'm kind of astonished by the lack of bruising and swelling, and even the person who helped me with dilation, who normally sees them fresh out of the, recovery, is kind of shocked by that. She's like, yeah, this is going to make it a lot easier for you. It's a lot more cerebral than I was expecting. I was expecting more of a physical challenge, but really you have to breathe right and get your headspace right and everything. And it's kind of surprising how involved your mind is in this. Like, you have to relax, get in the right headspace, chill, think about what you're doing, be really in touch with your body. And yeah, it's weird, but in a, like, only because it's new. It doesn't feel weird in a, like, this is wrong kind of way. It just feels like, oh yeah, that's my body, this is what we do with it, kind of like. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not doing a great job here. but it feels like me, and it feels like a weird maintenance to do for it, because it's not quite as, like, it's intimate, but it doesn't feel sexual, which is surprising. I have a lot more room than I thought I would, which is surprising. The other thing they were struck by is that, like, normally there's the pelvic muscle and they have to, like, figure out what angle works best, but mine doesn't seem to interfere with it at all. So that is going to make it easier. Like, I feel like I just walked into, like, the easiest setup I could with this, and it's just, I'm doing all right, you know? I'm eager to go home. Teresa will be here soon, and then I can start packing up and everything. They're going to come back one more time and have me dilate with a bigger dilator and see how I do with that. They're also going to teach me how to douche myself, which is going to be a mess. Thank God it's their socks and not mine, right? Then I got to get dressed and pick up my meds from the pharmacy here and go home. I'm really, really happy with my results. I also got the opportunity to ask my surgeon, why do you do this? Why gender affirming care? And her answer was just perfect. And I got the sense that she had drafted this answer before, which is very on brand for her. She's very organized in her thoughts. She was like, she called it the epitome of, sorry, food got delivered, and food is always a priority. So she said, yeah, it's sort of the epitome of plastic surgery. It's form and function all in one. It's complicated, it's challenging. She really likes the challenge. She said that she loves the patients and seeing how they grow and get happier and healthier after this, and seeing that, like, the positive impact that she has on their lives and everything. Honestly, I am so glad I came to this surgeon. And yeah, there were times where I very strongly considered going somewhere else, because I waited 31 months to get to this point. I'm 31 years old. I'm seeing the symmetry there. I can't imagine having gone with anyone else. My results are fantastic. Even at, 5 days out, it feels like me. I feel like I have stitches in me, but I feel complete, It's, I'm really glad I came to this surgeon. And, like, obviously my hospital stay has been less than optimal. It's been kind of the worst. Even relative to other people I know who've had surgery and stuff, I'm like, yeah, a bunch of them reached out like, you are having a really rough time. Yeah, I really am. But honestly, I'm not going to say it was worth it, like I said, but it's kind of hard to argue with results, because everything around my surgical site is awful. But the actual results of surgery itself are amazing. Genuinely, sincerely amazing. And everything works, like, I haven't tested all the features and functions of this thing yet, but after dilating, I can tell you there's room to work with. I'm just happy. Except that my breakfast is wrong. They don't have what I wanted, so they made substitutions, and I'm like, just talk to me. Don't talk to me when you get to the room, like, and like I'm already out of, like, whatever. Whatever. I have something I can eat on this plate, and I'm gonna try it. So let's try the other thing. So whatever. I'm leaving in like 3 hours. I don't care anymore. I just want out. I'll get food when I get home. I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna bring this home. Like, it doesn't just exist in this room. Like, I'm taking it with me. I'm so happy. And like a deep, profound happiness that doesn't even like feel like joy. It just feels like fulfillment. So that's an interesting thought. Yeah. Again, I won't say it was worth it. I will say that I'm happy with what I got. Because I had a really rough time in here. There were some days where I was just not okay. But now that I'm disconnected from just about everything except this darn IV that needs to come out. It's not connected to anything. We're just, they leave it in case they really need it. And then like, but having everything out of me in that area, I can like move now. It's good. It's real good. Okay, food. I'm gonna eat. I have to pack up and pick up my meds, take the IV out, do all my discharge paperwork, and go. I'm basically done. So I'm kind of like sitting here just like, can we go now? I think we're done. I think we're done here. Okay. Douching, I expect to feel weird. Because it's a new part of me getting wet in a way that it doesn't usually. So that'll be interesting. We're gonna get through it. Or rather, it's gonna get through me. And my channel just became NSFW. 18 plus content. Okay, I'm gonna stop before I say anything silly. I just realized we match.
Yeah.
I am home. And that's all I want to talk about. Now, they discharged me pretty rapidly. Like, it was so rapid that I didn't feel like I could film without like having to stop every 3 seconds. I thought that'd be really annoying to watch.
Yeah.
And then, so, okay, let's back up. They gave me the last of my meds. They, taught me dilation, which, how do I say this in a video that's safe for people under 18? There is sufficient space. So that is
something you learned today.
Surprising. I can't believe that's me, you know, like I can, but it's whoa. I'm 5 days out, like wow. Learned there are stitches inside of me, which that was fun because I had to douche, and I ended up having to put my finger in to make room for the thing to come in without hurting because I think I caught a stitch.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, just get that out of the way. So, but that's a threshold I've crossed. This is hard to talk about without just like
being graphic.
Right, because it's not sexual, but it sounds sexual when you talk about it. So like, anyway. I heard dilation once called the least sexual thing you can do with the most sexual place. Yeah. Especially once it's in. Like, you're just in for like 15 minutes and you just sit there, which I didn't do the full length today or even the size they want me to do by the end of the week, basically. Okay. Anyway, so I dilated, I douched, and they're like, all right, there's literally no reason for us to keep you here anymore. Have some maternity underwear, which is like disposable, and some pads. And I'm like, oh, thank God. And then as soon as I got pads on me, it was like just night and day. I went from like, this sucks, I'm not moving, to, all right, let's walk out of here. You know?
You were very mobile after you got that.
For sure. Because like once you don't have blood running down your legs all the time, you feel a little more inspired to move.
Yeah.
So that was good. And my roommate came and picked me up. There was confusion as to how to get to where I was because it's a hospital, and in my opinion, hospitals never do a good job of like marking where you're supposed to go for anything.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
And like intentionally so in some ways because they don't want people to just run in and like whatever, but I get it. But it was frustrating because I was sitting in the most uncomfortable like wheelchair I've ever seen in my life. It wasn't like one of those like ones that has like a leather seat in the middle or whatever, like where it like scoops down or anything. It was just hard plastic.
Yeah.
And they forgot to put the waffle cushion on, and I sat down and like mid complaint, I was like, this is the hardest possible wheelchair you could possibly have found. Let's put the waffle cushion on it.
Yeah. The light bulb just went off.
Yeah. So I'm like, this is what this is for. So I got in the car, which was tricky. I had to be a little careful. And
I came home with like 6 bags of stuff.
Yeah. Thank you for that, by the way. And for running out and standing in the street and trying to flag down my roommate. And like, this was an ordeal, y'all. It's seriously been like 2 hours. I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to the New York City Department of Transportation because like, or whatever body is responsible for maintaining the roads, because dear God, I've never hated potholes more in my life than this. Like,
you had a very bumpy road.
I was swearing the whole way.
Yeah.
It was really bad. I had the waffle cushion on a soft car seat and I was just dying. Like, I'm amazed I didn't pop a stitch. Like, I'm really shocked that I didn't. I imagine that will become more of a thing as they start to dissolve. And I had Oxy in the morning. Like, I'm still like, we're tired. We're so tired.
Yeah.
Like, just from me texting you all night with you worrying, like every 4 hours, it's like, oh, hey, something else going wrong. And you're like, so yeah. They pulled the IV out of me, and they all knew that I wanted that out of me as soon as possible because I mean, look at my one hand. It's still swollen. This is not the normal shape of my hand. And I can't bend it back past here.
Yeah.
It's bad. I ended up talking to my surgeon about it because I was like, hey, I trust you. What do I got to do here? And she's like, rest, heat. It'll be fine. Yeah, I promise. I'm like, okay, I'm a musician. But I trust her, so that's good. This hand is very bruised because they ended up doing a blood draw and then an IV there later. I still have this bruise on this arm. You're so sleepy. I still have these bruises on this arm, and I still have these bruises over here. Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah. And
I didn't see that arm as much.
Yeah, I'm so, did you beat the,
Yeah.
it was rough, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, I've never done a hospital stay before, and I'm really thankful for that, but that was straight up traumatic. Like, just stuff kept going wrong and getting worse and getting more painful, and just, I couldn't move, I couldn't go to the bathroom, I couldn't do anything on my own, and then, like, when I even could, it was like, it's okay. It's like 20 different steps to get there. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And, like, I had decent care. That's not the issue. It was just horrific. Like, oh, I'm so sore and bruised and just... Anyway, on the way back, one of my incisions developed a blister and then popped. So that was fun. So I've got some stuff on there now that they gave me for that. So, because they expected it. And, like, they're good. Again, I received great care. I just felt like crap. Everything about surgery itself, all those results, all of that looks amazing. It's I won't say perfect. It's really great. And everything around it
was awful.
just horrible. So we got home, Teresa helped me unpack and take care of the stuff I need to do.
Yeah, take inventory of everything.
Take inventory, yeah. I mean, like, they gave me a bunch of stuff that they told me to buy, which I'm like, what is wrong? Like, whatever. There was a lot of different directions that people were taking things. This is gonna sound silly, but I peed at home for the first time, which is a big deal. I just still haven't quite figured out how not to get all over myself. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
we're gonna figure it out. It's just gonna take some time and trial and error. I'll get there. I heard some people say, like, just practice in your shower. And I'm like, that's not a good solution because there's not like a seat there. Like that's I can barely bend over. Like, this is a bad plan. Like, I don't know. So I'll figure that out. I'm supposed to shower. I'm just so tired. Right now I want food. They messed up my breakfast, like I said earlier, and like I've eaten a bagel and a cup of apple juice today. That isn't what I ordered. Like, I ordered it, but other stuff too. So I ordered something that includes fried potatoes, you know, because I haven't had fries in like 5 days. It was awful. But no, it's been a while and I just want something comforting. And so we got delivery. I'm not getting up. I'm like, my head at the pillow and I'm just like, okay, I can sleep now.
Yeah, me too. I'm just like,
yeah, no, you've been such a trooper through all of this, and I greatly appreciate you, and I'm so glad that we can actually just lean on each other now.
Yeah.
I just want to stay in bed and sleep. But instead, I need to eat and drink and, like, take meds, because they sent me home with literally 10 different meds.
10, yeah. That's not even all of them.
No, it's really not, because, like, the rest of them are in my, like, dilation box that I got going. There's a bunch in my bathroom for like wound care and like it's not that much. Like it's 10 meds. And you know, I had to read through all of that and make sure I do the right timing and everything. I'm still setting up my schedule and everything. But I'm getting there. Basically trying to just integrate the hospital schedule into my own personal schedule because like
yeah, and make sure it works for you.
I'm absolutely not getting up at 3 a.m. anymore. Like, I'm not doing that.
No.
I'm going to get up at, like, you know, midnight when I'm probably already awake and do those meds. So. Okay. I think here's a good stopping point. Yeah. I need to drink more water. I'm, like, actually dehydrated at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm trying not to overdo it because then I'll just guzzle it and then that'll be a bad thing.
Yeah.
I have to dilate twice more today. I'm going to do that at the times that I would normally do them. So that kind of offsets everything a little bit. Given that I had a traumatic experience getting home and chafing and rubbing and swelling and like, I'm not going to push myself too hard with this. I think I'm just going to use they used 2 different ones in the hospital. So I'm going to just do the second one because that was like where I was at. And I'm just going to try to go easy on myself a little bit today. And then tomorrow hit it a little harder. Not hit it. I'm not hitting that. I'm just tired. I got some more stuff to do today. I have to be up till midnight because of my meds. But I'm going to rest. She's one of those people that when you yawn, she starts yawning. Yeah. I don't understand that, but it's so amusing to me. I'm tempted to do it, but I'm too tired. Aww. I'm supposed to shower again today. I don't think I care. I think I just want my bed. Mm-hmm. And like, it's important. I gotta get some stuff off me and I'm a little more mobile than I was yesterday, so I might not even need as much help. I don't know. I'll probably do it tonight if I do it at all. The nice thing is I don't actually have to do that on a strict routine, so I don't have to worry about like work or anything. Like I don't want to have to like, okay, at lunch I'll do this. No, I don't. I do what I want when I need to. follow my doctor's orders. I know. It's been such a long 5 days.
Yeah.
You've been amazing, and I'm so happy that you're with me, and you've helped me so much. I love you too. I've got like 1,000 people to update.
Yeah.
I didn't tell them anything.
Yeah.
I feel bad for my family of choice sister because I called her when I was stuck there waiting alone with all my stuff, sitting in a wheelchair that was deeply uncomfortable for 40 minutes waiting for my roommate to get there.
Well, I was trying to
While you were trying to flag her down. And never succeeded because she came in like the wrong way, but whatever. So I called her. You're like, hey, listen, this is a situation that I'm in. I needed the rage, you know? And as I called her, she answered and she's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, oh, my roommate is actually calling me because she wasn't answering my calls because she was driving. And she's like, okay. And I texted her. I'm like, before I went home, I said, I'm okay. We'll update later. So I felt better about ending it there, but I do need to get back in touch with her and let her know that everything's okay.
Yeah, that you're home now.
Yeah. I think I'll just send her a selfie of us in my bed. She'll recognize it. Just let her know. Okay. Talk later, y'all. Food is now.
Yeah.
I miss my hand being able to move properly. Yeah, I look about how I feel. We just both had individual therapy sessions. I figured I'd time mine for the same time. It just made sense. So neither of us lose out. Had a nap. That was really nice.
Yeah, we immediately woke up and went to our therapy sessions.
We're trying to place an order for food now so that we can eat because I have to eat with my meds, and I don't want any of the food I've made in my freezer right now. It's nice to have it, but they said resume your normal diet, so I assume that means treat yourself.
And those things are pretty heavy, and you you didn't have a heavy diet in the hospital.
No, I really didn't. I was actually really good about what I was eating in the hospital.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get more takeout today. But why not? Besides, my version of takeout is a grilled cheese that I didn't make.
Yeah.
So, I have stuff to do after therapy. I have to, and it's going to take me 45 minutes to do all this at least. I need to take more meds, which, like I said, needs food. I need to dilate, which is a process. And I figured on showering after I dilate because I still have stuff I need to get off me. I have a greater degree of motion than I had before, so I'm hoping I won't need anywhere near as much help. So thank you for that, by the way. It'll be nice to get clean. I flopped into bed. I got home and I just started sobbing for several different reasons. And I don't even think I've actually talked to you fully about all of this yet. A little bit. But I was frustrated and just mad at my body and the city of New York for not patching their potholes and the situation that I had with getting picked up and just so many things, and also so relieved to be at home, disconnected from everything. And I think I was holding it together just to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And then once I was in my bedroom, I was like, okay, plop.
Yeah. Because it was immediately when you got in your bedroom.
Yeah. I should probably remedy the fact that I told one of my roommates just the words "get out." Yeah. I should probably have some touch base there and just be like, I wasn't mad at you.
Yeah. I was just really overwhelmed at that moment.
Yeah. So. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
And I napped and I'm still tired.
Yeah, I'm more tired after that.
We just need to sleep for several days.
Yeah.
I'm just tired and done. Need to keep chipping away at my to-do list for today with all my, especially I need to keep up with my meds because there was a gap where I was adjusting to my personal schedule rather than the hospital schedule. And that's why I was just, every part of my body was just aching to the point where I couldn't move. Yeah. I was like, oh God. Like my back muscles are all sore from having to use those to compensate for my pelvic floor muscles, to balance myself and everything and move. And like I'm using my arms to get around and stuff. Like I'm bruised all over, as we've discussed. I'm a mess, but I'll be less of a mess after I shower and eat and take more meds. I'm doing good. Yeah. I'm so proud of you, and you need to accept that praise. Because it's my vlog and I get to edit out anything that says otherwise. So there.
Thank you.
You've done so absolutely well, to the point where I was like, please stop running. You do not need to run. Do not hurt yourself on my account, please.
It's just what I do.
Sports head, this one.
I'm not good at running, but
you are good at running. Your knees disagree.
Yeah. I'm also flat-footed.
So am I get it. That's why I'm saying you don't need to hurt yourself for me. Nothing was time sensitive with what we were. There was no need for you to run.
Maybe we really wanted to get home.
But you running wouldn't have actually gotten me home any faster. It would have saved me.
Found her, yeah.
On the scale of the 50 minutes that I was waiting in that lobby, you running 10 feet made no difference. Still, it's sweet that you care. And I'm really proud of you for stepping up on a lot of stuff that, like, we didn't know was coming. Yeah. And just rolling with it and being so compassionate and kind and just... I've been saying for days that it's got to be weird for you because, like, you know exactly how aggressively independent I am. Yeah. And, like, you've seen me dance around my kitchen a lot. And I'm not dancing right now. No. It's got to be really weird for you to see me go, like, from way up here down to way down here in such a short time. And, like, seeing all these other sides of me, like... I'm glad that I had cried in front of you before this. You know, stuff like that, you know, it's just, I feel like, and I know you feel similarly, like, I feel like we just walked into this, like, relationship where everything is just, oh. Yeah, okay, that's my person, there we go. Yeah. Like, there was no real, like, acclimating. It was just like, yeah, okay.
It was so natural.
Yeah. Really weird. And I trust it. That's what's weirder. Let's get our food order placed before either of us get any more angry.
Yeah. Today's gone by like so quickly.
Yes.
Except for the getting home part.
Yeah, that was a very long stretch.
Once we got home, it's been like...
Yeah, it's flown by. Yeah. Like, I'm sitting here like, yeah, it's time to take my meds again. The ones I take every 6 hours. I'm like, it's been 6 hours? Okay. Let's do food.
Yep.
I like food. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Hey, y'all.
Hello.
We are going to be saying goodnight at the end of this one, so it's the last clip of the night. I showered. I brushed my teeth. I washed my face and, like, put on moisturizer and stuff. I was able to shower alone.
Yeah.
That's, oh my God. I dilated again and did the full time that I'm supposed to do, but I did the same dilator I did in the hospital because I don't want to, like, push myself too hard tonight. Tomorrow's my first full day and we're going to try with the bigger one, the scary one. They're all scary. But I did my meds. I put on the cream for the blisters and stuff. And I got to realizing, and we did my shot, and that was good. You did great. You seriously did great. We had to ask my roommate for help because she's done it with me standing before. I can't really, like, lay on my stomach right now with all the stitches sticking out of me and everything. So we were going through the med list and organizing everything, and I realized they didn't prescribe me any antibiotics. Which, after surgery, even one as successful as mine, feels like an oversight and is inconsistent with what I was told during my stay.
Yeah, I remember them saying that.
So, yeah, I remember even the name of it. Yeah. So, I'm kind of concerned. But it's one night. You know, it's probably gonna be okay. I shot my surgeon a message. I said, hey, that doesn't seem right to me. You know, I'm like, all my complaining, they sent me home with 10 prescriptions. Well, they didn't send me home with the one I need.
Yeah, they sent me home with a ton of laxatives.
Yeah, they sent me home with a ton of laxatives they know I already have because they made me take them before I went in. Whatever. It's free. It's free meds, or, well, cheap meds. It's like, oh, whatever. I don't care. We're just so tired.
Yeah.
It was a very long night. Even, like, I got a lot done. I'm, like, doing legit self-care. I had to, I delayed taking some of my meds to get it to sync up better with my personal schedule. And I regret that. Because, like, I actually felt all the bruising and all the cramping on my back and everything. I was like, you saw, I was like rolling around in bed and everything was just, yeah. So, I've done all that I need to do tonight. I need to take a few more meds and everything, and my progesterone.
Dilate one more time.
Yep, I need to dilate. That's after you leave, though. So, yeah. No, I'm super proud of myself. I actually feel myself getting stronger and, like, more independent every single day. You helped me shower 2 days ago. You know.
One day ago. Yes, that was yesterday.
No, it was Sunday. No, it was Saturday?
It was Monday.
Oh my God. My sense of time is gone.
Yeah, mine too.
Well, you didn't get woken up 5 times in the middle of every night. This seems to be improving, but it's pretty bad. I can't bend my hand in some ways, but I checked with my surgeon before I left, and she seems not concerned. She just told me to wait it out, so I'm gonna try that. That's the thing bothering the most right now, because I need my hands for every single thing I do. And I'm just so happy to be home. This is the first night I'm going to have a solid block of sleep where I'm not interrupted and having to self-advocate, like, in the middle of the night, be like, no, not those, we need these, like, yeah, by the way, we need to move the IV, like...
You don't have to stay awake for someone to come check your vitals.
Yeah, I was talking about that a little bit, because, like, you know, they were never exactly on time.
Yeah.
And I get it. The hospital priorities change very rapidly, I understand. But, like, I didn't get to brush my teeth on the last night that I was there, because they came in a full hour before they said they were going to do my IV. So now I had to, like, ask them to be disconnected and then have to get reconnected, and, like, I just gave up. I was like, nope, I'm not brushing my teeth tonight. That's too much. I'm done. Plus, I was still bleeding down my leg at that point. Honestly, pads take you from, like, can't do anything to, yeah, okay. So, I'm good. I'm really good. I feel comfortable handing the baton off to my roommates when you leave tonight. I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, I think you will be.
Still working on the peeing. Haven't quite determined if it's even me that's the problem, or if it's, like,
the swelling.
Or who knows what. But I still dribble back, and it's not fun. I can do it. I'm managing. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it made that shower feel real good, though. Okay. I think this is a good place to stop. She's petting my arm. She's so cute. You're just so good at avoiding all my bruising, too. Like, it's like you care or something.
I do. Care a lot.
I noticed. It's come up a bit in the past 5 days. That's what's weird, though. I'm 5 days out of surgery and I'm showering myself, and, like, I can't reach below my knees, but, you know, like...
Yeah, you're doing a lot more than I thought you were going to be able to.
I'm doing more than I thought I'd be able to do.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of energy to do each thing.
But I'm getting there. You know, I'm definitely making progress. I feel that progress every single day. And that really helps. And so does sleep. And I'm going to do that for the first time longer than 2 hours in 5 days. And it's going to be glorious. I'm putting in earplugs. I'm putting on an eye mask. And I'm just setting my alarm and forgetting that anything else exists. I don't care. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.